Hi, my name's Chris Mugler. Today, I'm having Drew Shad to speak on behalf of the Philadelphia Phillies. He's been a loyal, lifelong fan and season ticket holder since the early 2000s. Today, I'm having him talk about the team, and mainly their 2008 World Series title run.
Growing up in New Jersey, I had a lot of family influence to become a Yankee fan or Mets fan. My uncle, who used to be the only Phillies fan in our family, took me to a game when I was about 3 years old, and I've been a Phillies fan ever since. The first Phillies game I attended was when I was with my uncle. It was, once again, when I was 3 years old. Ever since I was 12, my family's had season tickets to the Phillies. I try to go to as many games as possible, seeing as I only live about an hour away from Citizens Bank Park.
You said you're from New Jersey. Does most of New Jersey root for the Phillies, in your opinion?
Surprisingly, no. Even though we're only an hour outside of Philly, not a lot of people from New Jersey are Phillies fans. In fact, everyone pretty much hates the Phillies. Most are Mets or Yankees fans, which is kind of unfortunate.
What's the tailgate scene like at Citizens Bank Park?
Tailgate scene can get pretty crazy. People drinking, playing beer pong, cooking out on the grills, pretty much what people do before the game.
Now, I know the Phillies are rich from a history standpoint, but I know there are some traditions for the ball club and its fans. Could you explain some of these traditions?
After each game, the crowd sticks around and sings the song High Hopes, which is by Frank Sinatra. Also, whenever Raul Ibanez, who plays left field for the Phillies, when he comes up to the plate, the crowd screams a long, drawn-out Raul in his honor.
And the Philadelphia fans are notoriously known to be really rowdy and just crazy at times. What's the craziest thing you've seen or heard through the years since you've been a season ticket holder?
The craziest thing I've seen was when a fan in 2010 got tased for running on the field in the middle of the game. It was funny and insane to witness. Everyone was cheering him on and couldn't believe when he got tased.
Since you've been following them so long, can you tell me what the team history has been like since you've started watching?
Sure. The Phillies were an awful team from 1986 up until 2006 when Ruben Amaro Jr. became the new manager. And then he really turned the team around.
The new management seemed like a big part of the club's success, obviously. A few years ago, the Phillies were obviously not awful. Can you go back and walk me through the 2008 title run from a season ticket holder standpoint?
In 2008, the Phillies had their best year in franchise history up to that point. Coming out of the All-Star break, the Phillies, they were pretty bad. They managed to win a measly 9 out of 11 games. After the streak, though, the Phillies pulled it together, and they managed to make the playoffs. They eventually topped the Rays in the World Series in 5 games.
The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball. Graham Lynn does it again and stays perfect for the 2008 season.
What thoughts and emotions arose when the Phillies ended the title drought in Philadelphia?
The one word I would use to describe the feeling was just pure elation. When the Phillies won Game 5, everyone in the stadium pretty much went insane. People were crying, laughing, hugging, they were chugging their beers, kissing in joy that the drought was finally over and a championship was brought back to Philly.
What was the fan scene like after the win?
It was pretty much anarchy. People were jumping on cars, screaming, high-fiving, hugging random people. Overall, it looked like a riot, but in reality, people weren't mad. They were really happy and excited.
What was the feeling like to see Philadelphia have its first major sports championship parade in about 30 years?
Seeing the parade was definitely one of the highlights of the experience. The players, fans, coaches, I'd say even security, they were all having a blast. I remember Shane Victorino jumping up and down and pointing at a bunch of fans that were screaming his name. All the players were really good about noticing how many fans came out to celebrate and remember the second time that the Phillies brought a championship home to the city of brotherly love.
Here's just like a just for fun question. If the 2008 championship Phillies and the 1980 championship Phillies went head-to-head in a best-of-7 series, who do you think would win and why?
I definitely think the 2008 Phillies. Cole Hamels was pretty much unstoppable. And I mean, you had Brad Lidge as a closer who went perfect 30 for 30 that year.
Well, there you have it. A little bit about the Phillies. Thanks, Drew Shad. All in all, America's pastime has been with Drew his whole lifetime. And even with most of his family not being Phillies fans, he sticks to them no matter what. Maybe Drew will tell another World Series story this year as the Phillies steamroll into the 2011 playoffs. But well, that's another story for another day. I don't want to jinx the team.